What are you shooting at? Hello? I don't know what that was, but I'm quite sure they just repeatedly hit their... They're just hitting their own building. That is lovely. Alright everybody, hello, and welcome back to another episode on Broken Arrow with me, Spacefish. And, well, welcome back to the second episode on the open beta already. What do I say? Success of the first episode has been absolutely overwhelming, and I have to say I have been enjoying the heck out of this game ever since it actually came into open beta. If we have a quick look in the arsenal here, you can see that I've already, you know, started building some more decks and playing around with even, like, a little bit of an idea of what actually seems to work out very well at the moment, which is Heli Drop. And, well, I've slowly but surely been evolving my decks, experimenting around, finding out what the game is all about, and I have been loving every single second of it. I can't even await release, and it seems that that is the same way for many of you lot down below in my comment section. So, we're going to be playing another game today, hopefully one where I'm a little more experienced, make a little less Nuvo mistakes, have a little bit more of a clue of how the game works, and things are at least a little bit more smoothly. So we shall go and do that today. I hope you will enjoy. I certainly will, and I will see you once we actually make it into our game. Alright everybody, we have found ourselves a game, finally, and we will be playing on Ignalia power plants on the Russian side this time around, and I need to quickly get my deployment phase on the way, so let me just think of what we will be wanting here very briefly. Then we shall go from there. No way to fit it. What do I need to fit a Sprut in? There we go. We can fit a Sprut into the Mi-26, and we will be dropping some more Cornets and a few Ingenierie, as well as an AGS, never mind, as well as some supply with a second helicopter. As you can see, we're playing a heli drop deck here. Well, one of the more common metas, well, at the moment in the open beta, with the limited availability of different units that we have here. And, well, core principle really seems to be just build as much pressure as you can by just constantly dropping in more and more and more and more units with helicopters. We have to watch out a bit here though, because we apparently don't have any air cover, and I have not filled the air tanks myself. No planes, no nothing. So if we see a lot of enemy planes up there, we very quickly have to at least make our helicopters fly low. Now, in the meanwhile, I'm going to already define the drop-off points for my units here. The Mi-8 landing a little bit further back because we're bringing some supplies in with it right away, so we want those to at least be a little bit safe. And this will pretty much be the extent of the first wave. One thing that I have learned already after playing a bunch of games now on Broken Arrow is that overall, the more units you have on the field, the lower your income becomes. And once you have reached, I believe it's 50% of your units on the field, your income basically drops to 0. So you don't necessarily want to just spawn single unit after single unit, but you want to rather move a little bit in waves at the end of the day, so we're not just sending everything in here at once, but we're really having a little bit more of a staggered approach going on at the end of the day. Now these Ingenierie will actually have a little bit of a walk ahead of them to get to the front, as will those Ingenierie and our other Cornets. So let's get them on the way and actually have them sprint already. You know, so that they get their ASAP. In the meanwhile, we're capturing the point at the very least, so that's a start, and we'll now just establish a little bit of a basic presence while our helis get back to be sold. And I would technically actually like to already look at bringing some more units, including some snipers here. So we have a little bit of scouting going on ideally, and we'll be bringing some more supplies, just going straight to the next helicopter drop, and then we'll be accumulating some points and waiting to actually make a decision on what we want to bring here, and also having a little bit of a look what the enemies are actually bringing, because I'm not quite aware just yet of that, what that may be. Our helicopters there reaching the base, so they're getting sold, and we're getting some of the points back that we spent on them, which is always lovely. It seems we're playing against Russians, which is very intriguing, and there is a good bunch of air presence on the Russian side there, well, on the enemy Russian side in general, so we will be getting an ante just to cover a little bit against that, because, well, we do have some Verbas right here. They are rather short range and also a little tough to supply. They're at the front line, so it will be good to have some alternatives ongoing. That said, with that Su-57 just circling overhead, well, we may be able to totally just get those Su-57s out of the way quickly there. Where is my ante though? Oh, it's all the way back there. We'll already hotkey that, because I'm quite sure we can use that. And I'm also a little bit worried about our supplies instantly being nuked here. It was quite close, in fact. Oh, yep. Great. The drones ended up uncovering our supplies. The one time the drones are actually useful, apparently, is a super early game. It's good to learn. We'll have to bring in some supplies the conventional way here, then. Yeah, drone overhead, uncovered the supplies. He didn't have any anti-air to get rid of it yet, and then, of course, the inevitable bombing run just came in, so that's a little annoying. There's also US crew there, which somehow I am not able to murder? But my Sprut is murdering my own soldiers, which is also freaking lovely. Can anyone tell me what the heck is going on there? I don't really quite know. There we go. Yeah. I hate friendly fire is all I can say about that. I'm not gonna lie, that's not even surprising me. It's not the first time that happened to me in this game, is that my units just take each other out instead of the enemy. Well, don't have many words for that right now. Very, very annoying, certainly. Let me say that at the very least. We'll get in some arty, and we'll get in Buratino, which is a little bit of something to provide some shorter range pressure in case we actually get pushed in, or in case we want to push into over there. Well, that flank doesn't seem to be too heavily occupied by my team at the moment, so that's also maybe something to be a little bit worried about. Hopefully not something to be too worried about at the end of the day. Let's see how that turns out. These guys are all half strength now, kind of just having them wait for the resupply, but what I will do is I'll get some VDV in here. Well, some snipers in right there to actually have a little bit of recon coverage, because of course my first unit did get blapped by that airstrike, so we will have to make a little replacement happen right there, and maybe we will in fact even go and get Spetsnaz units over there. Just cover some general recon on the flank there, and well, I guess we're going to want to cover some recon over here too, so that's the plan. Spending some points on recon, basically. And now you can already see our income really gradually lowering, so let's see how that goes. Ante, slowly but surely moving up. Not the fastest vehicle, but we'll get there. We can already go and drop off some supplies here, get the engineer into position to reload, and we'll get the Igla back to do the same, well, the Verba. So yeah, we can hopefully take care of that at the very least, and then once the engineering are all set up again, we'll just swap them through with that unit to also get them set up ultimately. Aside that, we are going to definitely require some supplies for our anti-air. This is also already something where I'm worrying that I may have a little too little supply, well, support. Well, no, more like supply vehicles in this deck. Not really able to rotate that much supply through without the direct use of helicopters every single time. So we will potentially have to resort to that just to actually get some supplies in for the auntie, which you can see is also coming in there now. So, these guys are resupplying. I'm going to wait with pulling these back, so I don't want to just leave that flank open. Resupply is done. These guys could start moving up, and once they're about halfway, just start rotating through Verba, hitting them down there, resupplying them, and in fact, I am going to go and get some closer range IR anti-air there with a little Strela. So we've got a little bit of a backup for the anti, because in my experience, I don't know what it is, let me know, maybe know your opinion down below in the comments, but somehow I have the strong feeling that the antis are a little more derpy, inconsistent, I guess, than the American counterpart, the Patriot. Sometimes the missiles just go haywire all over the place. Tend to very quickly just go and smash into friendly units when they lose radar contact, which I feel is not that consistent of a thing with Patriot. So, not sure what that's about. But let me know your thoughts and experiences down below. I'm gonna go bring in some more anti-tank infantry. Kind of just want to cement my position in here for the time being. Teammate is pushing a little bit here, but I don't think that with that little he will really be able to make that work. Now, that said, we will go and... Oh, I was going to say supply, support him with RT, but we're going to instead actually go and see if we can't try... Ooh, anti actually doing work. Oop. Lovely, come on, one more. Oh, that's a miss. And... that may be a hit. Yes, lovely. Now it's out of ammo, so let's hope that the resupply comes in soon. Variable, we can also move up again. Also, this is an issue. Who's shooting us and from where? Oh! Let's go and shoot that for a second. And the Buratino, we'll just check. Well, is at least in range to counter any pushes coming in. Not really in range to actually shoot enemies then. Now the VDV Typhoon, sometimes nice to actually just go and flank somewhere, but in this case we'll just have it go back so we can still look for points and get a little bit more point regen in again. Our engineer just chose to stay outside the building, which is not too lovely. And the coordinates are not actually in the resupply zone, which is also not too lovely. These supplies actually have reached our anti-air now, which is great. However, as I said, we do need some supplies for our artillery, which I'll be moving in with a chopper, I'm supposing. Whew, that Ka-52 was demolished. Also, my units there were demolished. Well, didn't pay attention. And that's one thing, though, that I have really noticed, is that, generally speaking, Broken Arrow feels like a game which really rewards you having a good overview of the battlefield and a good overall ability to micro the game, which I have to say I really enjoy. It feels like the pace is a little bit slower compared to something like Wargame, for example, but at the same time I am really liking this aspect of the slightly smaller scale, little bit more focus on, you know, micro, keeping track of your units, making the best out of what you're having there. So, oh, well, there's something to think about. And murdering some metas right there. That's the point with actually keeping an overview of your battlefield, I suppose. Now let's quickly get this Mi-26 unloaded here. We're gonna go and slap down some supplies for our artillery, which is already churning out the bullets like crazy. And then we'll go from there. Also, there's a little push incoming apparently, which is not too lovely. We're moving our engineering into the next building very quickly. Oh, Jesus Christ, there's actually a lot of a push coming in. And we will be sure to try and make quick work of that, ideally, with our Buratino. See how that goes. I already have the feeling that I do need to bring some more infantry, though. Also, didn't I used to have an AGS unit? Well, we'll be bringing in more than one now, I guess. And let's try that. You can see the game is already a bit laggy. I mean, performance is sometimes a little bit of a question, but overall, guess we're fine. We did demolish that. Let's try and not demolish that unit. That looks lovely. Cool. Well, they did end up getting demolished by the freaking BTR, which is annoying. Well, that's fine. We've got some engineering. We've got some AGS coming up. Well, I would really actually love to drop in some more units with a heli as well to make things a little faster. So let's go bring in some VDV. Maybe like at least 2 tons of supplies over here. You know, just keep filling up those supplies a little bit, because we do also need to go and fill in the Buratino. A little bit of an issue here on point because they're being shelled. Oh shit. I'm not sure what that BTRD just got shelled by, but that is not great. Ooh. There must be something in those forests here, which we should definitely go explore. And speaking of exploring and recon, let's actually get our recon out. And try and get a little bit of an eye here on what's actually happening. There was right here a supply depot, which we're going to try and blap. Buratino is currently reloading, so we can't really get that out there yet. That Mr. Barbarus is getting some cornets into the face, though, which is lovely. And we're going to move these engineering over so that the other cornets can actually start covering there too. That guy can unload there. And someday we will also get some AGS somewhere. We'll move the VDV up, kind of to make sure that we have some more units that can keep a hold of the point for us, ideally. Or maybe move our RT around a bit. I'm not sure if I ended up blowing up the supply depot. Wasn't really able to pay attention to that. But I think we'll be shooting that forest a little bit, trying to see if we can clear that out some. Kind of want to move these guys up there quickly. Oh. And we do have the Buratino, but I don't want to fire it from there because we're likely just going to get counter artilleried and have our supply depot blown up, so we'll move them a little bit before doing anything. Get the AGS up a bit. These cornets looking, these cornets are out of ammo, we'll move them back to resupply. And we just lost the units in that zone, which is not too lovely at the end of the day. Potentially getting a bit of a heli drop in there. Let's see what that's going to be about. Shall I just shoot in a building instead of the heli? Happens when the building's in the way, I guess. Shot another building. At least that Tunguska's able to murder him. So that's fine, but we're... yeah, well, unfortunately not having anything in there that really is holding the area, so that's a bit of a worry. These guys just shooting their own building or something. I don't know what that is about. What are you shooting at? Hello? I don't know what that was, but I'm quite sure they just repeatedly hit their... they're just hitting their own building. That is lovely. We're being pushed in now. We do have less of a grip of the area than I would overall like, to be honest. We're gonna go and actually bring in some tanks now to try and defend a little bit also against that push. These cornets absolutely out of ammo, which is not great because we don't have anything to defend against these tanks now. We're getting the area pushed in a little bit now. Guy also managed to move his unit out just in the perfect time there. Let's move the Sprott up. Try and help out a little bit. Oh, Spetsnaz are getting pushed in, unfortunately. Can't do much about that. We'll go reload the Buratino and move our corners back up that managed to reload. These guys, oh well, fortunately actually managed to go and hold that, the Striller. We'll have fun in a second here. Let's just move it out front. Sprott is also getting hammered. We'll just fast move them back to the supply point to hopefully be resupplied before they die. And the rotation overall did work for us somewhat. Now, where's the artillery? There. We'll do some counter battery fire, hopefully do a little bit of something with that. And we'll move these Spetsnaz up to gain sight again of what's happening, because of course we lost those right there. Oh, holy shit. See, that is a bit of an issue. And we will go and get a Ka-52 to hopefully defend against that tank push, like, right through our lines there, because that is not lovely at all. And the Sprott ain't going to do much about that, to be honest. Ooh, that is a bit of an issue. Strela back into the forest. The Cornet's right there. We'll move into that building, but that'll take a second. Where's our chopper at? Where are our tanks at, in fact? They're still taking a while. Okay, chopper will have to do. Doesn't seem like they have that much anti-air with it. There's just a Ka-52 hovering in the distance, which hopefully will be fine. Actually, if we can just clap the Ka-52 first and then focus on shooting tanks. Okay. Can we stop drifting? Thank you. We are having issues. Slight ones at the very least. And we're clapping the tank. That's nice. Well, we were clapping the tank. The issue is we don't really have enough. What is happening there? Why do we still have artillery just chilling there? Okay. The chopper is defending, but it's not defending for much longer because exactly now it is out of missiles. So we're going to have to actually do something with these guys here. Those Sprotts are going to just get clapped by our Cornets. So that's fine, I hope. Can we move? Thank you. Never mind, the Cornets are just going to shoot some buildings again instead. Well, those are T-90M Marinas. We're just going to keep those here and let them push into us. I think that's the more efficient approach for us. Ka-52 dying, which is lovely. Our Ka-52 will have to reload and repair, though. And there is an anti-air there, which we can't really do much about, unfortunately. Where did my supplies go? What's happening to my Ka-52? What the heck? I don't know why I was flying up. Okay, bit of a crazy instance right there. A bit chaotic. Let me go and throw... Actually, I kind of want to do a heli drop, but I have to do it a little further towards the back, to be honest. Maybe a small one. Definitely into the corner, and maybe even some metas just to get, like, more anti-tank in. And another units of snipers for the scouting company. Oh, no. No more space. That'll have to do. Right. That's the plan right there. We're holding the flank now, but unfortunately there's also kind of what it's come down to. As, well... I don't know why there is still artillery chilling there. Like, that should have pulled back years ago, to be honest. Okay. We have a bit of an issue. The issue being that some of these corners are out of ammo again. We'll be getting more of them, of course, but it'll take a minute. So we will not... Ooh. Gonna take a bit of a detour. There's an enemy chopper flying around there. We'll hide that chopper behind here just to defend against the next tank push. I can't really just go push into them. Oh yeah, right. We've got an issue. Gonna have to fly in some more supplies. Now, where's my chopper at? Here it is. Okay, where can we reliably drop this stuff? Here, I think, I hope. Okay, 52, absolutely not hitting anything. Gonna have him fly high, so you maybe see some more stuff that he can shoot at, I hope. And those T-90Ms are also hopefully gonna do things. Oh, some things at least, huh? Jesus Christ, that was close. We almost lost our chopper there with all the stuff in it. I was a little optimistic with how far up front I dropped that. But we have things, and I'll just start moving them over there. All my supplies are just freaking gone, man. I wonder whether those got blapped due to intel as well. I feel like they probably did. Nothing we can do about that now. We will have to reload our K-52 again, so we'll already get into position, and we'll also get that artillery into position to be reloaded. That entire flank is unfortunately gone for the time being, and in fact I'm kind of wondering whether I'm the last player here somehow in my team. Like, I'm not quite sure what this is, but like 95% of units are mine. So either everyone just keeps losing everything, which, I mean, could be the case, or I don't know. We almost murdered the Barbaras there with our T-90Ms. Unfortunately, it's just an almost kind of deal, though. Right, we'll move up the Cornets and the Metas. Those at least have some ammo still, you know. And, got to move the cargo chopper back. These guys are to range of the supplies. And hopefully they don't get blapped instantly, which... who knows? With all those planes overhead. In fact, I actually need to resupply my ante as well. Maybe I'm just even going to get it into range of the supplies. Because it has to shoot somehow after all. This is freaking rough, man. I'm about to lose those guys. Can't do much about it. Well, can do a little bit about it maybe, but... unfortunately... are these guys in line of sight? Those are. Hey, let's shoot some corners at that darn thing. Oh my god! What?! Oh, I just thought they murdered each other. They didn't. They got suddenly pushed. Yeah. Jeez. Yeah, I'm trying, but I'm just not really able to get enough anti-tank into here. We just lost the T-90M also. It's a little bit of an issue that it feels like I'm the only one actually offending here right now. I'm not sure if I missed like the three... oh, yeah. I think my teammates are sort of gone here, people. What do you think? Are we just 1v5ing at this point? What's your call? What is your assessment of the situation? I would like a professional opinion of someone that actually plays the game. I have got the feeling we may be soloing this right now, almost. There is some units of one guy. There's also not like they're showing much movement, but there is units of a guy. That kind of seems to somehow be a... oh god, no, 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 no. Oop. Oh wow. Well, that hurt him, I guess. Let's just pull the T-90M back a bit, actually. Oh, okay. Well, we're able to defend still, somehow. I forgot about the supplies here. We can resupply some more cornets. Lovely. We're going to send this unit of metas back, just, you know. Resupply with people and resupply with ATGMs and push that forward. That won't do much to us, luckily, so there's something right there. I'm not really using my arty all too efficiently right now, I have to say. That's still something that I should improve on, but currently there's just a shit ton of things going on, to be honest. So, well, you guys know me, I told you. I'm definitely not perfect at this stuff. And that's a miss. Well, that's not a miss! Holy shit, the ATGM just went, oh fuck it, if that guy goes behind smoke, I'm just gonna go for the other one! And there we went. Wait. Oh yeah, I guess a guy left. Lovely. Look at this. I've suddenly got even more units. I just inherited 2 T90Ms, it seems. Let's get in the Mortar here as well. It's definitely a little bit of a tank slugfest now. Go ATGM, go, get him. Boop. Lovely. All the way from downtown at the supply depot, the ATGM just slaps that guy. And K52 gets slapped now, hopefully. Yes. Boop. Lovely. I mean, we're able to hold our perimeter, you know. That's something to say. I guess we're not too badly set up in that sense. And then comes this. I need to set up a supply depot somewhere and cover. Oh, cool. We've got Estrella now as well. We are officially 1v4ing now, people. We are literally just 1v4ing this game. Yeah, I think we technically would be able to call it that, but where would be the fun in this? So let's just get ourselves steamrolled instead. At least I have 4 artillery pieces now. Oh, wait! Someone's bringing in things. We're 2v4ing the game. I'm sorry. I forgot about some random person that is still helping me with this shit. One guy has not abandoned me yet. But yeah. Well, you know. I've got a 4-post. What the heck? I even have a freaking drone just floating about the place. We'll be keeping that somewhere towards the back here, because to be honest, it's like the only way. Oh my god. Do these guys not have any... I guess they don't have any anti-tank at all. Can I kill that with a Sprott? Unlikely, but maybe with the arty support. There must be something else capping that. I'm gonna go try and get some engineering in here. Oh, lovely. He's shelling something that is not existent. Let me see if I can clap his things. I'm quite sure he's gonna have something in the buildings, isn't he? The thing is, I don't really like. I'm not getting enough points to fight back on this. You know, I'm still getting the points of a singular player. I mean, it's kind of not doable, if that makes sense. But I'm not sure where he actually has stuff in this circle. Oh, there. Right, rip. There goes the Sprott now. And these guys are going to get pushed by a tank in by a tank now any minute. My drone just got slapped in the face because, you know, I mean, reasons. It's kind of, drones are not too useful in this game at the moment. That's kind of the bottom line. But yeah, I mean, I'm getting basically the points of a single player, yet at the same time, I don't really, like, I do have a lot of units that I inherited, so, oh yeah, now I even inherited this stuff over there. I mean, maybe I even inherited that before. Generally speaking, we're gonna go slap that supply, generally speaking. Yeah, generally speaking, this is unwinnable, evidently. Kind of just staying in the game for the fun, for the content, for the weirdness. Oh, holy moly, yeah, rip. Wow. That was a good one. That was a good one. I can't countershell everything. What do I say? I literally can't countershell everything. Huh? That's kind of just what it is. The Iglas and the Strellas and everything are making work of those choppers now, but also not making enough work, and the Tunguska just dies because it doesn't have a front line. The Strella's also almost dead, you know. Kind of is what it is now. Kind of is what it is. Gonna swap the T90 with the Armata so the T90 can go repair. If the T90 even makes it there alive, it's also a bit of the question then. But yeah, we just lost all that anti-tank infantry, you know. I mean, the other guy's throwing things at it, so it's kind of a 2v5, but it's still a 2v5. And that's, to be honest, actually, you know, a little bit of something to say. Stop. Don't shoot my freaking K-52. You tried, you failed. Go away. Where is he shooting me from? And why is that depot still alive? Did I redirect my artillery then? I don't know. But yeah, that's actually something about the game, and we can't even get any new units in anymore that are like proper anti-tank. That's something to note about the game here, is that there is no really proper good mechanic in, unfortunately, that would... Why is the supply depot not blowing up? Hello? Hello? What? I think I'm seeing an existing supply depot. There's a few bugs. I mean, that's fine. It's a beta still. Open beta is the word beta in it. So, bugs are to be expected. But one thing I would really like to say is there is no mechanic for if your team just goes AFK on you. Like, you don't have people that just... no, you don't have bots that you replace. You just inherit the stuff of people. Yeah, so yeah, technically speaking, there is that mechanic. Yeah, sure. But the thing I'm missing is the people remaining then actually getting a significant boost in terms of how many points they get. Because at the end of the day, they already have to fight at odds, you know, where you actually... I mean, it's already freaking tough to just kind of try and keep... Oh, you didn't get the arenas in the end anyways. It's kind of tough to try and keep up with this much stuff and this many units, you know, and then you also have the issue on top of things that you still have the point region of a single person. In my opinion, you should have at least the point region of all people that left combined assigned to the remaining players. And if not that, rip everything. Ooh, Buratino's about to die, I think. And if not that... Where are you going? Oh, they're out of ammo. Well, no, that's at least. And then, you know, ideally, to be honest, it should be even a bit more. Because you're somehow also trying to keep up with the entirety of the game between two people now. So, you inherently will lose more than the enemy team. There's no way to actually make that work consistently. Also, I'm having MBTs push into me. Okay, that was painful. And we also lost our ante now, so you know there's that. That's not really helping. And we lost our last supply depot. I mean, somehow we're still keeping the game going a little bit, but it's also not really like we are going to be able to keep this going for forever, you know. Woo! Gotta keep our tanks alive here. And this is also a little bit of what I'm saying about the micring, you know. If you really keep an overview of what's happening around the battlefield, you can smoke the tanks that get a lot of damage, you can get them out, you can, you know, make sure to somehow maximize the survival of your tanks and maximize the repair action at the end of the day. Yeah, at these numbers, there's only so much you can do. So you can see that evidently everything is kind of going to shit a little bit, unfortunately. But such things happen when half your team goes AFK. Well, that happens in every game. Either way, keeping it up, just keeping things going a little bit, and let's see how long we can keep it up for. My feeling is not much longer. Well, you know, we're trying at least. We're trying at least. You'll get a new C90 in. A second Terminator, because those are actually not too expensive and somehow usable. And then we'll go from there. But the issue now is that we've got a lot of tanks that are just very, very damaged at this point. And we don't have much more remaining that would be super... Oh god. Nope. Super easily able to defend us against this influx of tanks in the area. The influx, you can see right there, evidently. It's quite a lot. So now we have to throw our low HP tanks at it, because we still don't have any supplies. Which are all the way down there still. And that's going to become an issue, as you can see, because now the tanks are friggin' dying. And I don't have any smoke left on them. That tank is also going to get murdered, even though Sturmovki are going to get murdered. Everything's going to get murdered. Everything's going to die. And we can't do much about it anymore, unfortunately. It's kind of just the way it is. Try and get this one repaired at the very least. If we can. Look at the amount of tanks back there, it's insane. Yeah, well, you know, oh, the Motostrelki actually doing shit. Ooh, that was close. Almost lost that guy then. Armata maybe repairing. I mean, it's kind of in combat, so kind of also not repairing. Terminator also not really able to repair anymore. That's kind of what it is now. It's kind of what it is. It's pretty much game ender. That is pretty much game end. Well, a very unfortunate one for a second episode here, to be honest. But at the end of the day, it's all we could make happen here. And with two teammates alive, there's only so many things you can really do, I suppose. So, well, I hope you enjoyed the game. I'm pretty much going to leave it at this, because I think the ensuing minutes will likely be rather boring. Yeah, and my teammate's kind of just pulling his units back now. I think he's kind of like, well, not seeing the use of continuing anymore either. But yeah, we'll see. I'll show you the end screen at least. I'll show you where we ended up, what happened, and we'll go from there. See you on the other side of this cut. Alright everybody, back we are with the final statistics. Of course it was a defeat. I did manage by like 2 seconds to stop them from capturing the last zone at the very least, but yeah. What do I say? As you can see, poor W Soy, whatever his name is, and myself, I think we were the only two people we had till the end. I am also rather sure that both those 8-14 guys were basically gone from like 5 or 10 minutes into the game. Rough times. Rough times! But anyways, I think that's a bit of a show of how it can also go sometimes in this game. Totally happens. You do get AFK teammates, unfortunately, just like you get in Wargame Red Dragon sometimes, and it can be really freaking annoying. I hope they give you a little bit more ability to compensate, at the very least, for those AFK teammates, because, I mean, as you can probably see with the amount of resources that you get staying the same, but the amount of teammates you have lowering, there's just no way for you to keep up as hard as you try. I mean, yeah, held on for a very, very long while there to dear life, to be honest, but at the end of the day, we didn't manage to make it. Nevertheless, I would say, not the worst game in the world. Certainly a lot of action happening. I hope you enjoyed it. in either case. And let me know what you think of it down below. Are you going to be getting that game as well? Are you looking forward to the Broken Arrow release? And are you happy that they actually prolonged the beta until the 19th, which is brand new news as of recording. So super happy that that happens. I hope, in any case, that you enjoyed the game. I'm looking forward to hopefully going and recording another episode of this for you before the closed beta, the open beta ends. So fingers crossed on that. For today, though, this has been it. If you all enjoyed the episode, please make sure to go ahead and smash that like button right down below for the YouTube algorithm. And if you're new around here and haven't done so just yet, also please consider hitting the subscribe button as well as the bell icon right next to it in order to stay up to date on all the future upcoming episodes. With all that out of the way, though, as usual, everybody, thank you so much for watching, and I hope I'll catch you in the next episode very, very soon. Ciao.